Hello, I'm Brody Johnson with MCFC, and I'm here with
Antoine Smith.
Antoine Smith. Well, it's nice to meet you. How's the
Yes,
day
sir.
been so far? Anything to complain about yet?
No, sun's shining, birds are chirping. I can't complain. Got some good training in earlier today. So just got
Yeah.
back from the grocery store, got to fuel up after a hard day's training, but things are going good.
So what grocery store does an MMA fighter go to?
Well, Aldi, if I'm being honest, just because it's cheaper.
Yeah, there
That's
you
all that
go.
is. That's just trying to save a penny where you can nowadays.
Yeah, 100%. The first thought I had was Sam's Club. Aldi's was a close, maybe second or third. I didn't know exactly where you lived. So I was like, I don't know, like maybe Sam's or Aldi's.
Back in my strongman days, Costco was the go-to, so you could get everything in bulk.
Oh yeah. Like I got bit with the cheat bug. So I just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
there. I just go there because I have to. Yeah. So what do you think you're gonna be fighting April 27th,
Yes,
27th,
sir.
April, MCFC, and then what do you think of your opponent if you know anything about him?
I'm very excited. I know he's making his debut, but he's got one heck of a college wrestling background. So, this will be my third fight. I'm very excited. I've had several scheduled. A lot,
Hmm.
lot of things fall through, especially in the amateur world. So, anytime something's actually papers are signed, it's always a good day.
Hmm.
But my opponent, he looks like he's got a heck of a background. He's fighting out of a pretty decent gym of his own. So
Hmm.
I'm not sleeping on him. I'm not
Hmm.
taking it lightly. I don't think just because I've got a couple more fights under my belt than him or a couple more years training
Hmm.
that it's just going to be a walk in the park. I'm expecting war, and so I'll bring my A game.
Hmm. Well, it's you talked about trouble getting fights. The first thing I thought of was Cain Velasquez and just heavyweights just in general, because they
Yeah,
always talk about that. It's
yeah.
almost impossible to find regional fights.
It's very difficult, and people they want to fight, then they figure out who they're going against, then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
oh, you know what, there's not the right timing. Oh, this came up and that, and it's just
Hmm.
like, it's very frustrating. I put a month in training for people in the past, and all of a sudden I get the promoter
Hmm.
reaches out, hey, it's not going to happen. It's like, well, that's very disappointing.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And then
Yeah,
I just found out recently, well, a couple minutes ago, but you're a cop as well. So what is it like?
man.
I mean, you're juggling, I would assume, family, cop, one of the tougher jobs to ever do, and an MMA fighter. I'm like, that's a heck of a full plate. And I know you're a heavyweight, but that's a full plate.
Yeah, yeah. We have boys. We like full plates, that's for sure. You
Yeah.
know, it's difficult, having a full-time job as a police officer, and I'm on the bomb squad for the
Oh.
for the police department. So 2 weeks ago I was gone for 11 days down in Alabama getting recertified as a bomb technician. So it's tough. I can't get as much time training in the gym as I would like compared to
Hmm.
some of these other people who are part-time or being
Hmm.
sponsored so they can train full-time, especially with the family and the job. But I get in as much as I can. My coach understands, and when I show up, he doesn't take it easy on me.
Hmm.
They put me through some work. So we're mixing up the training a little bit this go around. I'm dialing back my bodybuilding and strongman stuff that I do on the side, and
Hmm.
just hyper focused on being ready for the cage.
That's awesome. So you talked about dialing back the strongman stuff. So how do you feel about cardio? You're a former strongman.
I hate it. Like I don't, people who say they like cardio, I think they're lying to themselves. Nobody likes cardio.
Yeah,
Now,
no.
endurance and stamina has always, especially for heavyweight, has always just been something I've had. I didn't like it,
Hmm.
but I'm amping it up, especially going against a wrestler. I mean, like I said, I'm not sleeping on him, and a college level wrestler, the cardio they have just naturally, and
Hmm.
and from years and years of just grinding it out, I don't think I'll be able to walk in there and be at the level he will be.
Hmm.
But my cardio plus my strength, I think I'll make him put his work in. If I don't come out the victor, it ain't gonna be easy, that's for sure.
Drag him down to the deep end, see if he can swim.
Exactly, exactly. Take it in the deeper rounds and see what happens.
Yeah, I wrestled for a long time, and I had perks and 9 concussions. I'm probably not going to get into a fight anytime damn soon. But wrestling for a long time, and my coach would always say, like, if there's two things in life that were guaranteed: death and suffering. So at least when you know you're suffering, you know you're alive.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a,
yeah.
that's a very good point. And so the cardio is going through the roof, that's for sure. And like I said, a
Hmm.
lot. I'm spending less time under the iron, and
Yep.
that's kind of heartbreaking because that's my true passion is lifting weights. I just
Hmm.
happen to be I just happen to be okay as a striker, and coach saw something in me, and I don't want to
Yeah.
let him down. So I'm gonna give it
Hmm.
my all.
and I've talked about it so many times, and people are probably going to get annoyed watching these interviews back to back. But I mean, it's 40 degrees in Minnesota right now.
Yeah.
So I can imagine maybe the knees don't like it, but maybe you're going outside for a run instead of jumping on a treadmill, you know, because it's so damn nice.
Now you can't not go outside. So I'm outside, I'm running, I'm putting in the groundwork. You got to do it. You know, there's nothing you can do to circumvent having to actually get outside and put some groundwork in. You can run on a treadmill, you can run, but
right,
you can more glide and skate. No, I went 2 miles, but did you really, when you're kind of just hyperextending your reach of your legs and stuff, and you know, you can lean on the machine and you know, not putting so much weight. You know, there's nothing like actual groundwork. So you got to go out there and actually beat the feet.
Yeah, a mile on the road feels like about 3 miles on a treadmill. Every time you go, man, I just got done with a mile. I'm superhuman. Like,
it's very different, but you got to get it in, and I love it. You know, I live out in the country, so a lot of gravel roads, so that obviously adds its own little element to it as far as having the uneven pavement. But it's it's good for you, and I know that, like you said, you got to suffer through it. You know, life's death and suffering.
Only thing we're guaranteed that and taxes, but who wants to talk about taxes? Like, I'm not. Yeah, we're not putting taxes in that analogy. It's not as fun.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, is there anything you want to say before we close out?
Well, I'm really blessed, and I appreciate you guys reaching out to me and allowing me to fight on your guys' cards. You know, I wasn't expecting as far away as I am, you know, down here in Iowa. I'm originally from Minnesota, so it'll be nice to be coming home.
Nice.
I was born in Minneapolis, raised in Fairmount, Minnesota.
Oh, there you go.
Just west of you guys off of I-90. So it'll be like coming home. So I'll have a pretty decent turnout of my own, I hope. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to compete with the local boy, but I'll do my best to have my own cheering section.
Hey, that's all we ask for is effort. You know, you're a police officer. You used to give an effort damn near
That's
every
right.
day.
That's right. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna give my all, and you guys are gonna see I'm sure you guys have watched some of my other fights. So you'll see a different animal this go around. A little less focus on power and strength, a little more focus on endurance and speed. So we're gonna mix it up.
Heavyweights have that, and heavyweights have plenty of power. So if you're focusing on those other things, oh my gosh.
Exactly. So
thank you so much,
man.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the nice weather, and we'll be talking to you very soon.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Take care.